Isaiah Stewart was the first rookie to sign first rookie to sign an extension with the Detroit Pistons in the Tom Gores era since he bought the team in 2011. First rookie that wasn't restricted to sign an extension since Jason Maxiell in 2008. If you count restricted free agents, it's been Drummond since 2016. But he has a restriction, and really, where can he go if they willing to match any offer? So the one rookie free agent they had that could have been free that they signed was Jason Maxiell. So yeah, it's been that long. So am I surprised? Yeah, I was kind of surprised. I knew they sucked at drafting. I mean, the only thing else that really make it hurt is you look at some of the names they passed over for some of these guys. Giannis, Devin Booker. I mean, you can go on and on and on and on and on and on. You know, and they've been pathetic at drafting. I mean, Troy Weaver's been by far more successful. Now, we can argue all day whether did Isaiah Stewart deserve that extension. I can make a case that Saddiq Bey deserved the extension before he did. I can make a case that I had no interest in bringing any of the 3 first-round picks he brought from his first draft in 2020, which was the pandemic year. I can make a case that Killian shouldn't get an extension, Bey shouldn't have got an extension, or Stewart. He really struck out. So, you know, and obviously that's subjective because you read some of the forums and some people say, well, Isaiah Stewart deserved it. Okay, I'm not going to argue with you. I'm not here to debate. This ain't Skip and Shannon. This ain't, ESPN First Take. You got your opinion, I got mine. Because one thing about it is even if you prove yourself to be right or time prove you to be right, some people will still just stand on their square and don't want to admit when they're wrong, which is a feminine characteristic. Not that you was right or wrong, that you don't want to, when it's proven you was wrong, you don't want to admit that you was wrong. And another thing a lot of these YouTubers do, they block you just based on because you got an opinion. I don't do that. Now, if you get disrespectful with your opinion, that's a totally different ball game. That's a totally different ball game. You get disrespectful with your opinion, I mean, shit. Then that's when you get blocked from me. But that's just me. But I ain't gonna say something because, I believe that Andre Drummond is the cornerstone of this franchise in the future. We should give him $1 billion. I'm not gonna block you for saying that. But some people will block you because you disagree about the status of Andre Drummond, just to use it as an example. No, you got your opinion, I got mine. It don't bother me, but that's a huge female trait. Oh, if you don't agree with me on this subject or all subjects, F you. You my enemy. Like, dog, you act like we beefing over some real life or death shit, over some kids or some drugs or some money or something of validity or whatever. You know what I'm saying? That's a huge female trait. If you don't agree with me, it's F you. It's like, okay, bro. I don't want to change nobody's mind. I'm just here to get my opinion and get clarity. That's it. Here to keep it 100 with y'all. But that's mind blowing. I mean, Van Gundy and Bowers was that bad. Jordan Bowers and Van Gundy, Stan Van Gundy to be exact, was that bad. Troy Weaver's been more successful. That's not saying much. It's like I'm the tallest Oompa Loompa out of all the Oompa Loompas. Okay. In the grand scheme of things, you still a Oompa Loompa. So that's just what it is. You're still a Oompa fucking Loompa. But nonetheless, I mean, if Cade Cunningham stayed healthy, I mean, it's a slam dunk. Really. He's by far probably did better than Joe Dumars in the draft. It's a slam dunk. But he had one bad draft where he passed up on Halliburton, which I don't understand that, but somebody said, well, we got Halliburton, man, we didn't end up with the #1 pick. That's true. Tyrese Maxey, Desmond Baines, been a couple other guys in there. I can never get over how you have Halliburton and Killian in the same gym, how you can look at their tape and say Killian was better. I mean, it just blows my fucking mind. But I'm not gonna harp on old news. But yeah, if Cade Cunningham was healthy, man, dude, you wouldn't care about the 2020 draft. Even though you say, well, it could have accelerated us. Yeah, it could have accelerated us if you take Hellburn and Bane. It could have accelerated us past being able to get the #1 pick. So I really ain't tripping. You could have ended up with Jalen Green, who liked to hump on his teammates. Pause. So I ain't tripping on that. So Cade Cunningham really hold the key to his draft ability. I'm not worried about free agency because you got to build the foundation with young guys before you go out there and get the big guppy. You get Moby Dick, you get Jaws, you get the big fish. So I really ain't tripping about that because I want him to work a miracle in free agency. But people got a perception about Detroit that you can't really change, even people with money. Like, you ain't gonna be in Detroit, ninja. Maybe at the practice facility, that's about it. When you're going to Little Caesars. But people don't know how great the suburbs are outside of Detroit and in the Metro Detroit area. Even though everything's like so close together, but Detroit got the suburbs surrounding suburban cities got a great they do a great job of making things seem so far away. You could be in east to west side like 20 minutes, less than 20 minutes if you speed. But nonetheless, I just really think Troy Weaver's perception would be changed if Cade Cunningham would stay healthy. And who knows? Cade Cunningham might not be able to stay healthy. Look at the Lonzo Ball. Not saying that's him. And also he vegan too, so I don't really think that helps the case. But if he got it together, his draft class looked way better. It looked way better. You can erase the 2020 draft, and you can go straight and say, oh, I like the K, Ivy, and Duran right then and there. That erased them 3. So he ain't done a horrible job. It's outside of 2020. You got to look and say, well, Cade Cunningham really hold the keys at this point. Because Ivy looked like he up. Duran looked like he made a lot of improvement from the end of last year to this year. And I think some of that is he healthy, But it looked like he's been working on his game. I like to see him shoot less threes and more back to your basket. That's what Cade Cunningham brother was saying on somebody's channel. I'm sorry I didn't catch it. Benjamin posted it to me. But yeah, I mean it's when you look at the stats, it's mind-boggling. But when you been a Piston fan, you're not surprised. It's been since 2008. You're not surprised. They missed on a lot of obvious hits in the draft. And can you blame the obvious missed hits? Will Devin Booker be Devin Booker Detroit? Maybe it's Detroit's lack of approach to developing players. Did Whitty get healthy on the bench? Then he goes somewhere else and he flourished. Chris Middleton, develop on the bench, then he goes somewhere else and he flourished. I mean, it's like with the Lions. They told me we had James Houston. We just couldn't find a way to bring him up last year. He was doing great things in practice. How the fuck can't find a way to bring James Houston up when Kaminsky went down, Pascal went down, Junior Core went down, Romeo was down? Like, what? Like, some of the things that they be saying don't be adding up. It just don't add up to me. And I be listening what people saying. I really listen. To be able to communicate, you gotta listen. You gotta be a great listener first. So I really be listening to what people saying, because people will be trying to sell you some bullshit. Especially, if you in the buying business and you buying something or whatever, it's very important to listen to what people say and comprehend it, retain it. So once they continue to keep talking, you be like, oh no, you said this was this. You said it was you said it was 1 terabyte, not 500 gigabyte. You said it was 22s on this cutty, man. Not 20s. So it's very important to listen. But at the same time, I don't think anybody's surprised. I don't think anybody is surprised. Every time they had this Livonia Carnival, it damn near rained. I just be going for the elephant ears, like I said the other day. That's all I'm going for, elephant ears. I get on rides though, but it been a minute since I've been in Vegas. That's the last time I got on a ride. But yeah, I'm looking at how they draft. But Weaver has been an upgrade in drafting, but Isaiah Stewart shouldn't have been the one to break that streak. I think if we all being honest with each other, pistol to your head, truth serum, he shouldn't be the one to break this streak. I'm sorry. He did not deserve an extension. I know he hear my shit, he probably gonna beat my ass in person. It is what it is. It is. It's a long line, Isaiah. Trust me. It's a long line. I ain't got nothing personal with you. I'm just speaking from my perspective. But yeah, that's all I got, man. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. And subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance to get notifications. We go live or drop video. Financially want to support the channel, Cash App, $CJ Good313, Venmo CJ Good313, PayPal link in the description. Hit the link tree, find me on Twitter, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, the whole nine. Or just Spotify, nigga. I'm sorry, I'm thinking it's my other channel, but hey, check my other channel out right here on YouTube, Good Fella TV. Peace.